Hello folks, welcome to another daily Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Today we are not going to talk about any initial comment. I don't have any big topic today, to be honest. I mean, central banks doing a little bit what I expected, pause, to check and to see how the seasonal effects, so the summer is going to be. And that's what almost everyone is doing except China. China central bank is just pushing up, declining more the interest rates. And well, that's in my opinion a problem for the Western central banks, because you can imagine that a lot of money is just going where the interests are low. So at least investment money. And obviously also just to get their money as well, because it's just cheaper, so they can invest there, their investment liquidity would be cheaper, and so on and so forth. So but however, we need to take into account that the geopolitical situation and conditions changed over the last 2 years, and that obviously will have also an effect to all of that. So we need to see. We are going to talk directly. We are going just through to the market analysis today. I'm not going to spend 30 minutes like yesterday in the initial comment, because it only works if I really have a topic where I can just talk about it. Of course, I could talk about almost every topic and spend a lot of time, but that shouldn't be the goal of the initial comment. So we are going to start with the weights ratio. The 30 days moving average is declining more, and to be honest with you, I would even make a bet. Listen to me what I'm saying. You know I'm bearish. I could even make a bet that we will see one of those crazy pumps over the weekend, just to liquidate a lot of shorts. But first of all, of course, we need the situation of, to attract shorters, high leverage shorters, because every single time we are just pushing up by $100, $150 is to liquidate all these guys. So obviously that's what I think is going to happen. We will check more information. Those who are paid subscribers have access to a little bit more information, but it's just few more information, but extremely valuable. And net flow, option trading, and so on and so forth. So if we take a look, it's declining, the weights ratio 30 days moving average. We see the trend as well here. The whole thing is almost completed, also indicating, they pushed up here, the price pushed up, then they started to distribute, that's what I did. Then they started to let the price go up, that's what I did. Then they started to push up the weights ratio, that's what I did, and means we're going down. So that's at least what the weights ratio 30 days moving average is indicating, and at the moment very accurate. I would be extremely careful for here, because some would say, oh, double bottom, whatever. I would be careful. I'm not sure. Usually the price not immediately goes up like hell. Usually we had that different times. For example, here, then the pump and dump. For example, just before, you remember that was, I go just back here. We had that here, for example. We had that here, for example. But usually first we will go down, inviting the bear. So maybe that's going to happen next, just to go a little bit more down, for example, even make another leg to the downside before we go up. But that's something, it's theoretical. And to figure it out, we need to see what market actors are expecting and trading, and that's what we are doing to do today. So weights ratio 30 hours moving average also declined from the 90. Once again, every single time we break the 90, every single time we break the 90. I mean, when I'm saying it, it's because I know it. every single time it's happening, we have a bearish price impact, usually a bigger one. Now it's flipping at 88, so it bounced there at 88, means also, yeah, the sell pressure maintains intact, but it's reducing. And that's also something we need to be careful, because traps would invite those who don't have the same market view like we have. Yesterday I was a little bit wrong, just saying I really don't know what the market is going to do next, because I wasn't really expecting such a big bearish price move like they did yesterday, to be honest. I mean, on the charts, we remember how many times I said 25, 25, 25. I was waiting over weekends and weekends and weekends, and nothing happened. You remember it? Well, now it happened, and finally we did, well, even I think today it was even 24,700. So even I can think that we can still do 24.4, maybe go a little bit lower than to go up. Maybe just to liquidate those shorters and then go more down. It would be also possible. So something we need to be extremely careful with. Anyway, related to Bitcoins, we can see that also here, close before we received, and we had a net flow of 2,400 Bitcoins. And right now, just, we received even more Bitcoins and so on and so forth. So I would be a little bit careful, but at the same time, the stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges declined a lot. Meanwhile, we are receiving a big amount of stablecoins to centralized exchanges. That's the next chart. Let us go forward. So when I see, for example, such amount of stablecoins flowing to centralized exchanges, usually it's because we have a bigger outflow. That's something we are not seeing here, or they are just more preparing. I mean, it could be in short term be bullish, indicating we will go up, because that's the goal of this analysis. And we received today 180, almost 190 millions. We received yesterday 180 millions, and that remembers me a situation we had last year. It happened again. Many were expecting we will go down even more, and even here we received 140 millions, and then afterwards we pushed up very hard. So I would be extremely careful here, to be honest. Doesn't mean it's going to happen today, or maybe tomorrow, maybe over the weekend, or they will wait even a little bit more and then push up. Also possible that just the dip absorbing operation preparation, so indicating, hey, we will let the price go down, but we will buy here, then let the price go down even more, buy here, and when we are done, when we have quick accumulated, we push up hard, hitting 29, 30k, distribute there, for example, and then we need to see. So yeah, outflows, it's okay. It's almost taking into account what they are doing with all these inflows. It looks relatively neutral. So let us go forward. So we see also here what's happening. First of all, it's since yesterday it was declining, pushed up now very hard. The price went up, now it's declining. If we check, a lot of leverage happening here. You can see that here, leverage lifted up, declined once, and then pushed up very hard, and open interest is just recovering a little bit, but absolutely not big at all. You can see what's doing, right? Leverage ratio pushing up very hard. Open interest can't follow here, also once again indicating gamblers on the table. And of course the big cash cow of centralized exchanges, derivative exchanges, or because Coinbase at the moment will have any profit and benefit of it. If we check now here the net flow, big amounts also related to stablecoins, to derivative exchanges coming, but related to Bitcoin, you can see that they are cashing out some Bitcoins coming in, but it looks more red than green, indicating they are cashing out with Bitcoins at the moment. Now let us go to the next chart. I'm a little bit, I don't have any concentration today, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating information. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit chaotic today, but 1,000 Bitcoins liquidated yesterday and 166 Bitcoins liquidated, what I mentioned, concentration today. 1,000 Bitcoins and longs liquidated today, yesterday, and 166 Bitcoins and shorts liquidated yesterday. We can see open interest declined, leverage ratio aggregated pushed up, funding rate declined a little bit, maintains positive, indicating they are still demanding more longs, but on base of the funding rate. But the curve declined, indicating they demand in short term more shorts. If we take a look here, let us see. Oh my god, oh, that's crazy. Too many people expecting to push up, and that's usually not good at all. Wow, that's really 76 to 24 in favor of longs. That's really crazy. And to be honest, we are usually under normal conditions that would indicate me we will go much more lower. And then when it starts to change, then we will go up hard. But yeah, however, longs even liquidated on Bitfinex and some shorts coming in, nothing big. And now let us check what the Kingfisher is indicating here. So Binance, all leverage, let us start with that, and we see, wow, okay, high leverage longs, and at the same time high leverage shorts, but more close to the current price, high leverage longs. So yeah, maybe they're just pushing up to get more high leverage positions, and then let it drop. So we can check the high leverage. Okay, it's still, we can go a little bit more up, hitting 25 to 50, maybe. Yeah, to 25 to 50. Then I would start to hedge with a short if you're longing, just to minimize your risk, or your potential loss. And high leverage longs waiting here between 24,950 and 24,800, so nothing special here. Let us go forward. So if we take a look here, now we can see that, well, Bitcoin Tether pairs are still down, everything is almost down, up and with coin margin contracts, while as you see stablecoin almost, well, flipping a little bit, just pushing. But clear is that at the moment what they are doing is using a little bit of USD to push up, but mainly using coin margin contracts to lift up the price. So doesn't look solid to go long big here, in my opinion. Doesn't look like they want to make the same double bottom crap like in the last recent sessions. Once again, BUSD, you can see this time it's maintaining, but yeah, the only one that's really pushing up the price is coin margin contracts with USD support. Binance, Bitfinex, you can see what they did. So everything they did was just really to purchase here some Bitcoins, it seems, to sell them. and the aggregated. I mean, everything synchronized. Of course, that's how a market works usually. Bybit declining more. Coinbase, you know what they did here, but it's almost, you know, just making such kind of fake rallies. We see here Bitstamp also reduced a lot. I mean, everything should be almost negative. Kraken also declining in trend. And Gemini, of course, pushing up, because push. The question is how far, and then we will see what happened, right? So that's almost it from here. I really just didn't have the time, but tomorrow I will use sentiment again. The problem is I didn't have the time. My account is okay, but I need to set it up once again, and it takes a lot. You remember the stable coins flow in, the entities. Give me time until tomorrow. Today was once again really stressy. So we go here once again, and we see, and you remember what I said, 1,800 here, 1,100 here. So that's why I said yesterday, I really don't know, because it looks bullish on one side but bearish on the others. And when you check that, and when you see that the market maker is sending more, usually something is in the air. And they are not stopping here. I mean, they are sending more. It's not big. I mean, today it seems they sent 750, let us say almost 1,600 bitcoins, but enough to bring the price to 24.4 and so on. And usually, as mentioned, we should go a little bit more up, a little bit more up, a little bit more up, as mentioned just before they liquidate them. Miners reacted to the price, very interesting as well. They sent a lot of bitcoins to centralized exchanges or derivative exchanges. I really don't know, but it seems centralized exchanges. If we take a look here, it's also indicating Gemini with 86% Waltz ratio. We are talking about the daily one, the daily resolution. Bitstamp 70%, declined a lot. So it looks like a little bit that we will go up. We will go up, and we will see how far. I really don't know at the moment. I can imagine at the end, you know, I'm collecting a lot of stuff to have a nice market overview. I create something like a sentiment, a feeling when I see the futures, when I see what option traders are doing. Usually I would say 90% of the cases, after my analysis, I know what almost is going to happen. I don't know exact the time, but I know the trend. And that helps me. I mean, when you are trading spot, it's extremely useful. When you are trading futures, if you are not trading with high leverage, as well, very useful. If you're trading high leverage, you deserve it. So if we check here, for example, we can see that funds are just declined a little bit, but absolutely it's stabilizing, it seems. Spot lifting up, not huge, but they are lifting up, and that matches very well to what I was saying just before, that the spot volume is rising up. Yeah, and that's almost it. CryptoQuant indicating here that the Bitcoin reserves on centralized exchanges lifted up once again, while the price even declined. So we need to see. We really need to see. So let us go forward, because now the key factor is to see where is the liquidity, where are the orders, and so on and so forth. So on Coinbase, it looks like they are just, as mentioned just before, they are here shifting liquidity now to 23.5, but at the same time reinforcing 24.5. My translation or interpretation here is, at the moment we want to let the price go a little bit more up, but we are preparing for the next dip, 23.5. Can happen tonight, can happen next week, nobody knows, not yet. On Bitstamp, Very nice. At 25 they triggered here the buy order, and right now you can see that they were reinforcing 24, taking some liquidity from here and placing even at 21.7 and so on and so forth. In my opinion, 22K was very solid today, related, you know, what I was talking about, options. If we take now Binance BTC USDT, in my opinion, they are here. And that's really interesting because you can see we had our breakout without any kind of retest. Now imagine to go up again to 26 and then go down to 22. That will be, I guess, the swing trade of the year. Anyway, also here reinforcing 24.5, but also here, for example, they are, it seems, taking out some liquidity from here, 24.3, instead reinforcing 21 at 24, 23, a lot of liquidity here, for example, and reinforcing 22. And I think, looking like what's happening at the moment, I can imagine 22 is then maybe what bulls want to have, and then we need to see what's going to happen next, right? So BTC BUSD now, BTC BUSD also here waiting at 25.4, so we need to see. Then on Bitfinex BTC USD, they opened the window just close before the price went down, as you can see, so they didn't trigger this buy order. Also very interesting, why not to buy here? I can explain you why. Because it's not their buy level. They are looking for different levels, and we need to see what level they have in mind on Bitfinex, but I don't see at the moment nothing, only that they are waiting here 24, so but nothing big. They triggered here just at 24.8 it seems, but nothing big. Now OKEX spot, usually nothing exactly. Now we can see Kraken. On Kraken also nothing special here. On Kraken they are now at 24, and they brought a very quick some liquidity at 24.5 just in case of, and right now waiting at 25.4. So we could be very close to the local top. Maybe we will go a little bit more up to 26 and then maybe go more down. Well done BitMEX, well done BitMEX, and right now they are waiting here around 20k, where they brought some more liquidity, and 23.5. Now derivatives, Bybit, nothing to see here. Now Bybit with Tether, BTC Tether, nothing to see here. Now BTC USDT on Binance, and also here you can see that they are bringing some liquidity here. It's very under control, so we can push up to 25.8 to trigger all these short orders and then go down, but you know, also down, for example, hitting 23.7 and then push up. Both would be possible. BTC BUSD, for example, nothing have changed since yesterday, just bringing some liquidity at 24.3 too long, for example. Bitfinex derivatives, they are still waiting here 26 to short. So if we push up that hard, hitting 26.4, I would expect a weekend operation. So not today, not tomorrow, but afterwards, I can imagine, because that's what they like to do. Now we have on Bitfinex waiting too long at 24.7 and 24.5, and it seems, ta-da, 22k. So obvious. This market is boring me. It's an insult for my intellectual capacity. Anyway, yeah, nothing else to see here. No, not really. and Deribit, just 23.2, 27, 22.7 and 22, and then nothing. The last would be 18k. If we break 22, we will see what's happening. I guess we all know what will happen. So that's it. Let us go forward.